Breaking inside the Pentagon. Associate Director in the Office of the Secretary of Defense, Jason Beck, who works directly for the pedophile regime, says, why not just have an open border, tear down the wall? I think we should repeal the Second Amendment and take the guns all away. Now, remember, this clown has classified security. If you hear him speak, he obviously did not get his proper dose of testosterone, but that's a hiring requirement within the pedophile regime. So remember, the Democrats always tell us, we don't want to confiscate all the guns. We just want to take away the weapons of war, those dangerous assault rifles that don't exist. They're throwing it out there again. Good early morning, Patriots. JT here, Serenity Farms prepping, but it gets much worse. And I'm going to show you an article that I had heard yesterday and see it in writing today about our Second Amendment and the illegal invading military-aged men who are being brought into this country by the millions. And you know why they're being brought in. Judge rules illegal invaders have gun rights protected by the Second Amendment. Are you kidding me? As Democrats and Soros judges attempt to take away legal Americans' Second Amendment rights at every turn, a judge has ruled that illegal scumbags have gun rights protected by the very same Second Amendment they're trying to take from us. A federal judge in Illinois, shocker, has found that the Constitution protects the gun rights of illegals who enter the United States illegally. U.S. District Judge Sharon Johnson Coleman on Friday ruled that a federal prohibition on illegal invaders owning firearms is unconstitutional as applied to defendant Heriberto Carabal Flores. The court found that while the federal ban is facially constitution, meaning, well, on its face it reads that way, but I'm going to interpret it the way I want to because it's evolving. There is no historical tradition of firearm regulation that permits the government to deprive an illegal who has never been convicted of a violent crime from exercising his Second Amendment rights. Judge, which part of illegal is confusing you? The man committed a crime just by illegally entering the country. But she continued. The illegal possession statute violates the Second Amendment as applied to the illegal Carvajal Flores. Thus, the court grants the illegal's motion to dismiss. So Coleman, a Kenyan trader, Husseinobamasotero, Mike's bitch appointee, cited the landmark Supreme Court decision in the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin, which is in court right now across the United States. See, the Democrats are using Bruin to try and take our Second Amendment while they're literally using it to allow illegals to get firearms. So that case in 2022 established a new standard to determine whether a law violates the Second Amendment, which is working in our favor in the courts. But this judge thinks since Bruin, a multitude of federal and state gun control measures have been challenged in court with mixed results. That is correct. In this case, the court considered whether people who enter the country illegally can be banned from owning firearms. What part of that is even remotely logical? Okay, so Flores is an illegal invader who on June 1st, 2020, was found to be in possession of a handgun in the Little Village neighborhood of Chicago. Okay, he's illegal. He illegally is possessing a handgun. Double whammy. Deport. He was subsequently charged with violating a federal law that prohibits an illegal who is not legally authorized to be in the U.S. from possessing in or affecting commerce any firearm or ammunition, or to receive any firearm or ammunition which has been shipped or transported in interstate or foreign commerce. Meaning gun running, crossing state lines. You're illegal. Nothing else matters. So in April 22, Coleman actually denied Flores' first motion to dismiss the indictment, finding the ban was constitutional. However, after getting her instructions from Soros and the Democrats, the illegal asked the court to reconsider the decision and appellate decisions in the Third and Seventh Circuit that considered whether people convicted of nonviolent crimes can be prohibited from possessing firearms. Meaning, if you or I get convicted of a nonviolent crime like shoplifting or DWI, they want to take our guns because they deem us criminals. But an illegal who's already here illegally and a criminal by virtue of stepping across the border does not get arrested, does not get imprisoned, does not get charged, and now can possess a handgun? Upon review, Coleman concluded that the illegal's present status was not sufficient to deny him Second Amendment rights. The judge said the plain text, or in other words, the evolving Constitution presumptively protects firearm possession by illegal persons. No, it does not. Her excuse is that Flores has never been convicted of a felony or a violent crime or any crime involving the use of a weapon. Entering our country illegally is a felony. More irony, folks. Even in the present case, the illegal contends that he received and used the handgun solely for self-protection, i.e. defense and protection during a time of documented civil unrest during the Democrats' summer of love in 2020. You have got to be kidding. But there's a much, much, much bigger agenda going on right here. And here's what it is. We are being replaced, white men specifically, but the entire white race, eventually they want us replaced by the illegal invaders that are being brought in by the millions. We already know that they're being positioned across the United States in strategic locations right now, aka cesspool, shithole, libtard cities. We know at some point they're going to get the dog whistle and they're going to begin another summer of love with rioting, looting, assaulting, burning, murdering, terrorist attacks. We don't know exactly when that'll be, pre or just post-election. One way or another, it's going to happen. Now remember, years ago, Trader Newsom in California allowed the Chi-Coms in the port of Long Beach to bring in ship after ship of container, the 20 and 40-foot containers, and park those all around the United States. That was the Chi-Coms, but they were bringing in weapons. And lots of illegal military-age men were in those, coming here under the guise of dock workers and people installing useless solar setups and all that kind of stuff. So the weapons are already strategically located as well, to include but not limited to RPGs, which will come right up out of the top of the container. They're on their nice swivel arm, ballistic missiles, grenades, I am sure small, dirty bombs, all sorts of ammunition, and legitimate assault rifles, most likely AK-47s and M16s, because the AR-15 is not an assault rifle. The AR does not stand for assault rifle armament. So, what's going to happen? It's fomenting now. You see it as illegal invaders, military-age men are raping and pillaging across the United States, and nothing is being done about it, except an apology tour by the pedophile in chief for actually calling it illegal and illegal. So, they're going to let the discontent that we see now all across the nation keep rising. They want events to keep happening because they want the American people to react badly. Then they can come in and shut it all down, or let it foment, let it go, let thousands and thousands of people kill each other off. So the illegals right now are causing hate and discontent. Then they're going to ramp it up so that we start acting. Then it goes full-blown civil war, potentially. That's why the movie's coming out soon. You see how this all works? Oh, look at that bad boy. All right, so this is what's happening. But in order for this plan to really come to fruition, they need us disarmed totally. And you know damn well that has always been the Democrats' plan. I don't care who you talk to, the idiots. My doctor and I had a argument a couple weeks ago about gun violence and mass shooting, and the Democrats don't want to disarm the American. Okay, we agreed to disagree because we were not going to come to an agreement on this. But we all know that it's true. They need us disarmed because then we are completely helpless against what's coming. So make no mistake. Ammo up. Sooner or later, we're going to get a call, or we're going to have to respond. That's just the way that it's going to be. This is ridiculous. I'm hoping that gun advocates who commented on this article, they kind of spinelessly said they thought it was a catch-22 because the argument that they want to make to take away the illegal Flores constitutional right to the Second Amendment is the same argument that they say they have to make for us to be able to keep it. No, it's not. Once we agree that the word illegal is the determining factor in this entire scenario, the rest of it is moot. Illegal. He should have already been arrested and deported, and he's already been here for at least 4 years. That's the major focus of this. Not his constitutional rights. He doesn't have any constitutional rights. He is illegal. All right, getting a little fired up. A little bit too early for that. I got things to do. It's snowing. Keep your eye on this because you are going to see a lot of local and U.S. district judges like this Coleman wacko start to approve all this for illegals so they get armed up as soon as possible. Keep your eyes open, head on a swivel. Do not go anywhere alone. Do not let your women or children go to the store, walk the streets, anything. I'm telling you, it's that serious. Carry everywhere you can. Whew. All right, all I got for now. JT, signing out.